What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and I'm going to be doing a LEGO Avengers Infinity Saga set. So today we're going to be reviewing set number 76200, bro. Thor's New Asgard. Recommended ages is 7+, and the piece count is 265 pieces. So now, this is one of an older Infinity Saga sets, so it came out a while ago. And, of course, it's one of probably the best sets that came out at the time because it came with two new characters that we've never gotten in Marvel, which is Korg and Meek. However, they are now a staple in Marvel sets because now we have like 50 of them, so which is cool. But yeah, without further ado, let's take a look at Thor first. So here is Thor, but first, we're going to take a look at Stormbreaker first. So this is the older version of Stormbreaker, while the new version is completely a little bit new and kind of changed the design just a little bit. The binocular piece wasn't on the old one right here, and this new piece was introduced instead of just a plate right there, which I kind of like the newer version more. But the older one is cool to have this piece because you can build a better version of Stormbreaker, which is nice. But getting rid of Stormbreaker for now. The torso, removing the hairpiece right now. The head is completely the same as the ones that we get in the future. So, I mean, the Thor Love and Thunder sets in the Infinity Saga sets, so we have not gotten a new Thor head by the time this video is being recorded. So the torso shows a bit of that belly fat, so he's kind of gaining a bit of weight there, and he has just a little tan belly kind of down here, which is bad printing in my opinion. It's when you try to print a lighter print on a darker torso, which just doesn't turn out as bright as printing lighter stuff on a lighter torso. So yeah, just kind of a good transition, just was poorly executed. Legs have nice printing though. If we go on the back, it looks exactly like in the movie. So yeah, and he has light gray hands because of course they have not made fingerless gloves yet. And the hairpiece is Aquaman in dark tan, which was really cool to have when this figure came out. So that is it for Thor, and now we're going to take a look at Korg. So here is Korg, and there were a lot of mixed feelings about this figure. When he first came out, there was a lot of people thought that he should have been a big fig, like the Hulk over here. If you guys get the Coke reference, put a comment down below. But yeah, there were a lot of mixed feelings about this character. And me, I kind of didn't care. I thought that this looked like Korg. And I'm happy too, because now, since LEGO did what they did, now we have... Oops, that sucks. But now we have three versions of Korg. We have the one from Thor Ragnarok and all the previous ones. Then we have this one, my least favorite. I don't like the figure, it's just the costume I think is ridiculous because LEGO made this costume just to make more toys. This one really did not need to be made, in my opinion. I think that they should have just went with this one, if we're being honest. But, of course, Marvel do Marvel, so we had to get a new weird costume for him. So, anyway, he has a headphone piece, which is funny because you actually get two of them in the set, which is really nice. You get a lot of extras in this set, which I'm not going to do that. But you also get an extra headphone piece, which is pretty awesome. Of course, in my personal opinion, I don't like the color of this. As soon as LEGO makes this in black, I think it would be awesome, because I think black is cooler than tan, and these kind of just look like earmuffs from Harry Potter, if we're being honest. So yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, let's take this off so we can take a better look at the torso print. Torso print kind of looks weird without the headphones, but the torso print basically shows his like rock muscles, which looks a lot like the Nexo Knight figure, which kind of makes sense why they did that. He has dual molded arms. Wish they did that for the legs, but it's alright. And then he has a gamer controller piece, which you get 2 of in the set. And of course, this has now appeared in the Avengers Tower as well. This piece also shows up in the Avengers Tower, which is nice. And then you also have a pizza slice, which this figure actually does something that I am very happy that they did. So looking at this rock helmet, if you want to know all my thoughts about the Korg figure, go check out the first one that I got, which is the blister pack, which should be on my channel somewhere. But anyway, this was a nice new helmet piece. I remember when this piece got leaked. It was pretty cool. And this head fixes all my problems. So, Lego, if we turn the face around, the smiling expression is the one that always gets lost to the rock head piece. So, if you look at that, it is perfect and it looks awesome. However, all my Korgs that I've gotten before have the worst head printing because they decide to print it up way too tall. So, of course, here's the one from the blister pack. And as you guys can see, it is printed way too high. And you guys might be wondering, oh, why are you nitpicking? It's just printed too high. Well, if you put the helmet on, the helmet needs it to go down. So then you have this weird thing. So then you have the eyes digging into the kind of helmet, which it really doesn't look that good. And then, same with this Korg right here, if we turn his face around, it's just... it digs way too in the figure, and this one's even worse, you know? So this is what I wanted. It's supposed to be eyebrows. It's not supposed to be his eyes. It's not supposed to go all the way down. It's supposed to be like this, not like what I just showed you. So, yeah. I'm very happy. However, I'm very unhappy because now I only have one perfect Korg head. So the face that I usually use for all my Korg figures is just this one because it looks better. So that is it for Korg. Probably one of the best figures in the set, just because he was new at the time. But now head and headpiece comes on all Korgs. Sounds like I'm saying Porg. Korgs. Anyway, now we're going to take a look at Meek. A lot of mixed feelings. Because everybody kind of didn't like the head opinion because they didn't like it because... of course, it's Meek. They wanted a actual mold for him, which I think it's growing on me, and I think it looks nice. Now, I don't like how you always have to remove the bottom stud, but as you guys can see, it's just a minifigure head on a bunch of studs. So if you wanted to, you could just take the minifigure head and put it on a random torso. So we'll just make him... so if you wanted to, you could just take a random figure like this one, like just a random torso, and no, not that one. This one's all right. Yeah, if you wanted to, you could just take a random torso, and as you guys can see, boom, it's Meek on a figure, which we didn't know what the warrior version of Meek would be, but it turned out to be something that looked horrendous. However, if you guys go check out my Lego Marvel collections, I did make a better Meek, which does look more easy to look at and actually is much cooler. But Lego would never do this because of the Ninjago piece right here. But other than that, just go check out my Lego Marvel collections too, because I spent a really long time editing that video. And yeah, so 2 lavender studs so you can make Thanos Meek, which is cool. So anyway, now we're going to take a look at the actual set. So before we take a look at the set, we're going to take a look at the worst part of the set, which is this sign. This sign is such a pain in the butt because revealing this set, I didn't even know that this was in the set. All right, I built this in the first bag, and this is one of the things that's just like, what if you never see Marvel? Where does this take place? It's one of those things because I know that this would not be necessary in the set. Because number one, it's not like a new Asgard place. It's just a house. And the house is not New Asgard. It's a town. So I don't really like how this is in the set anyway. It's a sticker on top of I think a 2x3 if I'm being... if I'm correct. I think a 2x3. But plates And it says, "Welcome to a new Asgard. Please drive slowly." And I'm not even going to try to read the bottom. So yeah, really cool sign. And now we're going to take a look at the actual set. Before taking a look at this set, we're going to take a look at the outside first. So, of course, the outside is not special. It's just a bunch of pieces misaligned, which I kind of like. It shows that it's like a gamer place, which the door does open, but at the bottom it has some rocks and a window that does open from the inside, which is nice. And yeah, so if we open the door, you can actually see, if we go in the front of the door right there, you can actually see that it's kind of a, like the beer and stuff is in the way. Just a lot of stuff is in the way, and kind of the whole set is in there. It's pretty awesome, and of course, it's really cool. So yeah, let's take a look on the inside of these sets. So taking a look at this set, a lot of stuff's going to be knocked over because it's so cramped in here, and it's kind of hard for me to get in here. But anyway, starting off at the top, there's a pan, which is cool. It can be removed, and it's just a pan, so that means that Rapunzel has been here, which is cool. So yeah, pretty awesome. And a lot of new pieces for me in here. Technically only one new piece is the Catwoman whip, which it doesn't show up on Catwoman, but it shows up in Indiana Jones, and it's really cool. But it's kind of weird. Why is there a whip inside Korg and Fat Thor's place? It's kind of strange in my opinion, but anyway, who cares? So at the top there is a drink and a beer bottle and a micro blue fig right there. I'm not going to take it off because it's extremely hard to look at. Then you have this right here, which is cool. Yeah, really cool thing right there. Then at this top right here, we have we have a sign. It's not a sign, it's actually a sticker. So right here is the sticker, which hopefully I can show you guys without it. There you go. So here is the kind of picture, and it shows Thor in his Ragnarok outfit and Korg and Meek at the top, which by this time we have not gotten those versions of Korg and Meek, so it was kind of a cool tease. However, one figure that we still have not gotten is White Suit Valkyrie, which makes no sense. Why have we not gotten it yet? I don't understand, and I never will, and a lot of people are still going to die for the end of time for that, because people are not going to stop talking about it. Anyway, if we go on the bottom, there's a pizza box that says Storm Bakers, which is cool. It says Storm Baker Pizza, which is nice, so it's Stormbreaker in a pizza form, which is nice. Which is just supposed to go on the top right there. Then there's the actual pizza print right there. There's a gamer controller right here. And then over here is kind of like a box of empty beer bottles and a fish, which makes sense because there's a hook above that, so they actually catch fish, which is cool. There's a tooth right here, and then over here it's a clip that's for a feature where you can actually take Stormbreaker and you can put him on the inside like this. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there you go. And if we go on, and if we lift up the TV, which is the best part, you actually have a print of Fortnite. I'm joking, it's not. It's like a Lego game. Okay, guys, this is not Fortnite. It just said New Master 69 at the top, which I don't think we knew who New Master 69 was at the time. However, if you have watched a lot of stuff, then you do know that New Master 69 is, well, it's a dude from Captain America Winter Soldier, which kind of was a letdown. But anyway, you have this at the bottom, which is the best part, and we're actually going to show a clip of somebody.
Peg there, you can see inside 2 transparent studs to represent alcohol, literally liquid form here, like beer in the keg. That is crazy to me that they did that. Went one step above. These could have been empty. These could have been vases scattered around the apartment. No, there's liquid. And then you've got...
So yeah, that was Ash and Flash, and I was kind of surprised that there was actual beer in this set, which this is really hard to get out of that corner, okay, guys? So don't remove this all the time, because this is really hard to get out. Anyway, it's a dispenser for yellow studs. See that, guys? It's yellow studs. Oh my god, it's beer, everybody. Wow, that's amazing. Lego put yellow studs in a Lego set to represent beer. Wow, that's so crazy. Anyway, it's kind of cool that this is in here. It's a nice detail. And of course, if we go back and put this in the corner, it literally takes me 40 minutes to put this back in the corner. I'm not even joking. This takes me so long. Okay, that was quick. But taking this off, in here, as you guys can see, there's a fire. And zoom in a bit gross. There's a fire, and then there's an air conditioning unit. There's a shovel right here, and then there's a paddle right here. And yeah, just putting this stuff back in here like that. We have a table that is basically have a gamer controller on it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And finally, the final thing before we wrap this up, and it's trying to pop out right now, probably because I popped that out. It's a table which has Stormbaker's pizza on it, and then it has the pizza slice, and it has a couple jumpers down there, so you can take this off and you can have a flying couch. But it also does show a cookie down there, if you guys can see that. There's a cookie, which, of course, if we slide this back in here and put it down, you can, of course, sit 2 minifigures on the couch. Unless you move the pizza, then you can, of course, sit more. But while I chuck Thor across here, you can put Thor right there, which, if you move his hand, you can put him right here, which it's very cramped in here, guys. It's way cooler when everything's put together, but for a set review, it's kind of hard to do that. But anyway, you can put Korg in here like that, and have the Stormbaker's pizza go back. And finally, you're probably wondering, where do you put Meek? Well, you put Meek, not there, of course, but you put Meek somewhere else. So yeah, if you want, you can put Meek by the pizza right here. I usually put him right here, right there. So yeah, pretty awesome and really cool set. And finally, the final thing, I was about to close out this video, but the final thing in this set is 5 years after the blip, which is awesome and cool that they have the Spider-Man reference, which it is pretty funny. So yeah, really cool. And that's just really cool to have. And that is it for this this set. And now we're going to take a look at the instruction manual and the packaging, and then we're going to do my final thoughts on the set. The instruction manual shows Thor, Korg having a good time, and really nice background kind of detail. If we go on the inside, on the first page, it shows you how to open each bag, which is really cool. Then it shows you Lego Life. And yeah, on the back, you can win a free Lego set. Which, if you guys are wondering which characters you get in each set, you get Thor in the first set, and then you get Thor and Meek, and you build the sign in some of the house, which is cool. And that's how you build Thor. If we go to the way back, you have a little kind of diorama of the set, and as you guys saw, there you put Meek, like I said. Of course, the new Asgard sign just sits there, and it's pretty weird how that's just there. But anyway, if I were you, I'd throw this piece out and just display it like this. It just feels awkward and like a piece that was just in another set that just got thrown in this set. On the back, there's all the Avengers Infinity Saga sets. I've done reviews for these two. However, these two I've not gotten and don't plan on getting. On the back, it's a bunch of pieces, and you can win a free Lego set. So yeah, if you do feedback. So that's it. The box for this set is cool. Of course, since this box is old, it doesn't show the new Shuri or all the new things on this, so that kind of sucks. But of course, as we can see the box, we have Korg, all the figures at the bottom, the Avengers logo, and then we have a bunch of characters on the side like Captain America, Thor, and Avengers Infinity War outfit. Gamora, and going up we got Hulk, and at the very top we got Thanos, which if we turn the box around on the other side, we actually have the Big Fig Thanos on this side too, which is kind of hard to see because of the glare, but there you go. Yeah, if you go on this side right here, it shows Korg and Meek playing and stuff. It's pretty cool. I don't suggest that you play like this set, like play with it, because it's just, I do think that you should just leave it on display. So yeah. Anyway, at the top, it shows the actual side of the figure. I'm not going to measure it for you guys today. So yeah, it's just a box. And I'm not throwing it back there. So overall, this set is really good, in my opinion. Of course, I do believe that this should be one of these sets that is probably aimed towards older kids than 7 years old, because 7 and up, because this set is very cramped. As you guys can see, I was having a hard time getting everything out, and a lot of stuff was moving while getting it out. So I do believe that this shouldn't be a set that you play with. This should be something like this, where you have Thor and Korg on the couch and just Meek sitting there, and that's it. Maybe have it for a display piece. I don't think that it should be a play set, because this isn't really a play set like the Daily Bugle, which the Daily Bugle wasn't even a play set, which this isn't a set that you should play with, like, oh, Hulk and Korg, like that or something. It's one of those sets that you just keep on display, and it looks nice, and it is cool. And my complaints about this set, I do give this a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 because this is not necessary. This does not need to be in the set. Of course, it's nice to have a sticker of New Asgard, and you can make a mock with New Asgard since you have that, but it's kind of actually bigger in the movie. So why is this here? This doesn't need to be here. If you had it like this, nothing changes, really. Nothing changes. The whole build doesn't get declined. But if you had it on display like this, it'd look nice. But you just put this here, and it's like, what is that? Did you take that from another set? Which it's kind of strange why this is here. But if I just remove it for you guys, it's 10 out of 10. It's a great set. But this out of nowhere really kind of just ruins the set. Anyway, of course, I am coming out with a new video to update Korg and a bunch of other characters. So stay tuned. Anyway, that's it.